Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Line Fishing. Eric here. Your time's important to me, and what we're going to do today in that time is show you a little bit about this fish and game cleaning bucket that we built. Stick around, it's going to be good. All right guys, let's check out the fish and game cleaning bucket that we put together. Not a new invention. You know, if you look around the YouTube, you're going to see other videos on this, but we did a couple things different on this one. Number one, you can see the perforations on this, half-inch perforations put in it with a half-inch spade bit, and they're halfway down the bucket. And the reason being, it adds, you're using less water. Most of the time you're not going to need to put 5 gallons of water in to clean the fish, or if you're doing some goose, turkey breast, dove breast, something like that. Anyway, uses less water, but it actually builds up a little more pressure with less water. It's easier to roll that water around, and you'll see it cleans those fillets really well. Gets the slime off, gets some of the extra blood out, the other stuff, little pieces that you miss when you're filleting out fish, and as you're going along, you can just throw them in a bucket and then clean them all at the end. As you can see, it's just a standard 3/4 inch garden hose right here, the adapter, and it's got an on-off valve, the brass fitting on there, and then on the inside, it goes from the 3/4 inch garden hose to a 3/8 inch reducer. So that adds a lot of pressure to it. When we originally built it, it didn't have a lot of pressure, so it really didn't get those fillets rolling around in there. But with this reducer and then lowering the perforations on it, it really rolls them. And I'll put the footage in there where you can see that. This is kind of an extension of a DIY as far as the fish cleaning station that we did, and did a video on that. I'll put a card or a link up here so you guys can check that out if you want to. I'll put all the parts and pieces used in this. As you can see, it's just like a $4 Lowe's bucket, but you can use any bucket. But I'll put all the parts that we're using this down in the description. All right guys, what I'm going to do is show you all the parts that are involved in this fish and game cleaning bucket. Nothing real complicated. I'm going to break everything down for you. So the first thing we have here is the shutoff valve. This is just one we happen to have laying around, but you can pick one up at Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever. It's a simple on-off shutoff valve. This is a brass one. The next is the female to female a brass adapter. Well, that's actually a double female adapter is what it is. And then the reducer valve goes from 3/4 inch to 3/8 inch on the inside. I'll show you how these go together. So first you'll have this, which would be your shutoff valve, okay? This goes into this other part here, which instead of just drilling a hole and putting the hose directly in, we used a Bulkhead Union. The Bulkhead Union you're going to pay a little more for, about 14-15 bucks, but it's worth it because it will not leak. You just drill it out a little bit smaller than the size of this and kind of work it in there, and there's zero leaking in here. It's better than a lot of the ones you'll see that are just done with the gel or the caulking around it, which eventually is going to work itself loose with the hose and the weight of the water, and it's going to leak. This Bulkhead Union, I think, is the way to go. It's not going to leak whatsoever. So this goes right in here. A little Teflon tape on there to make sure it seals real well. So this is going on here. And then this is our 3/4 inch to 3/8 inch reducer, which is going to go on the inside of the bucket. And I'll show you that in just a second. So in here what we have is the reducer nozzle, and what that does, that really adds pressure, water pressure in there to really get those fillets or whatever it is you're putting in there rolling to get them good and clean. When we first did it, we just ran the garden hose directly in, and we just had that 3/4 inch garden hose going directly in there. It just didn't have enough pressure to really roll those fillets or the stuff that we were trying to get clean in there like we wanted it to, so we use this reducer in there. Alright guys, so that's the bucket in a nutshell. One other thing I mentioned earlier, but I'll make sure in case you guys didn't catch it, the perforations in this, you can probably use any size, but these are 1/2 inch holes we put in it with a spade bit. We found out to be probably the best kind of water flow for it. I'll put all the parts down in the description and a link to those in case you guys want that. Also, I'll put a link in the description. I've got a video on the fish cleaning station here if you want to check it out, and also on how to clean panfish, crappie, bluegill, red ear, and such. And now I'm going to show you a few clips here of not only cleaning off some Crappie fillets, we had about 160 crappie and bluegill fillets that we cleaned off the other day, but also a video of my son shot a nice turkey this morning, and we cleaned off the breast with that, and he got all the pin feathers out and did a great job on that. So it's multi-purpose fish and game cleaning bucket. Anyway, check out these video clips of it in action. Alright guys, so that is the fish and game cleaning station in action. Hope you liked it. You can see it does a heck of a job, and also a little segment here I'll show you. You can dump a little bit of Dawn dish detergent in there or a little bit of bleach with the water, run it through and clean the bucket super easy. Just basically it's self-cleaning once you put that in there. Run that through, spray it down, and you are good to go. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you on the next one, and remember, get out there and fish.